people, same places, same parties. Am I just a ghost at night? Too many street lights in this city, I'm missing our ocean side. I've been running, but I can't escape the feeling that I've been away for far too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified. Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side. Keep your body next to mine. New people, new places, we're the same. A moment frozen in time. Wish I could relive the day I met you and fall in love a second time. I could run, but I know I can't escape the feeling if I'm far away from you for too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you.
This is a microphone test to make sure there's no cutting out.
Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side.
This is a continued microphone test. You know, it helps to unmute my mic. Hello! Figured it out. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday evening. Happy Forza release day. Now, I'm on a new mic, but I'm routing it through all the old stuff. So all my existing issues from before I got this mic still exist. However, I sound even better with this mic, which I'm very excited about. And there's stuff I still need to do to get it working with the new system that I want to use. But first, why do I not have the music displayed up here on this scene? Do I not? Competitive rating. I don't have music overlay on this scene. How rude of me. Well, we'll go to this scene for a quick second. You know, I designed most of this a while ago, and the controller is there. I would move it to the bottom, but then that will be blocked by Discord. I didn't think this through, did I? Okay. Well, no biggie. My camera also seems to be zoomed in, which I believe is my fault. Yeah. Anyway, I don't like being this zoomed in. Let's fix that. We have buttons for most of this stuff. So we're gonna... Because I zoomed in for work, because I didn't want work to see the stuff around me. Okay, these controls are terrible. I lost my... Oh, there we go. What? Oh, if I... Okay. I understand now. I get it. I figured it out. Let's make some adjustments here. There we go. I don't like that you can see my headphones there, so let's fix that. Now, it is 11:34 p.m. on Thursday. That's not supposed to happen. Microphone stand, please. And I did not get enough sleep last night. My hope was... let's see. White balance. I need to be less yellow. That's better. My hope was I sleep in and then stream late at night for at least half an hour for the game. Fortunately, I woke up at 7 a.m. and struggled to fall back asleep. I did fall back asleep until 10. Whether it's enough, I don't think so, because I've almost passed out twice since about 8 p.m., which is not ideal. Okay, YouTube correctly went live. That's good. Facebook apparently went live for the first time in forever, which is awesome. Do I feel more tired than usual. I've been struggling to keep my eyes open for the past, 3 hours. So I do not expect this to be a long stream, which is fine. I'll definitely stream properly tomorrow, but I wanted to be here for the release, you know? Because I'm excited about this game. I really want to play it. I'm jealous of the people that got to try it out a couple of weeks ago, and the people that got to start playing a few hours ago. People in New Zealand who got to start 2 hours early. It's all not very fair, but at least the game is rolling out at midnight local time everywhere, except on Steam. I think on Steam you can only play it if you're in... No, so if you didn't buy the premium bundle, which basically you get the base game as part of Game Pass and then buy premium on top of that. If you didn't buy that, then yeah, you can't play until Monday night? Which, you know, I would just prefer if they released it to everyone on the same day, but I obviously pre-ordered yeah. But I will definitely stream this on proper well, actually, no, I won't. Never mind. Although, it'll go live midnight your time, which will be like 10 p.m. my time. So I could stream Monday night, for like an hour. Because I purposefully took this week off work because I knew the game was going to release, and I wanted to adjust my sleep schedule to be able to play it on release day. And I'm definitely going to be playing it most, if not all, of tomorrow and the weekend. But what I incorrectly didn't realize was that I misread it and thought it was midnight Friday night, not Thursday night. So I made plans for today to hang out with friends. And while sitting on the couch, I basically had my eyes closed for a solid 20 minutes. I have not watched the initial Drive trailer because I did not want to spoil it for myself. I've seen snippets of the game. I've seen a number of the Let's Go episodes on the Forza Twitch channel because I do like behind the scenes, but I did not want to spoil myself on the initial Drive. Now, screenshots tell me nothing about a racing game where you're going to be speeding past things. Yeah. No, I completely get it. I'm excited though. And for a bonus, the album we're currently listening to is Horizons by Approaching Nirvana, released 2017. And if I close this Logitech webcam control thing, I shouldn't reset my camera. And my controller turned off. I also adjusted my controller overlay so that when I pull the trigger, it does the line rather than the fade. because as much as I like the fade, it's not as obvious. Because usually when I'm racing, let me quickly pop this here, I'll actually do certain things where I halve the throttle. I'd like to be able to show that off properly. Changed it. I'm still debating changing it to red because, like, this is a red controller, and I'm thinking I'll buy the Pulse Red controller. Heads up, I have noticed that the audio for this mic through Audition does go out of sync, so I'm starting to think it's either Audition itself or it's Audition combined with a virtual cable. So if and when my mic does go out of sync, please let me know. I will restart it. I've also learned that after restarting Audition, it takes about 10 seconds before the crackle goes away. It's just a browser source. So controllers just work. It is not on this scene. 2 seconds. Studio mode. Stop. No, they don't interfere at all. So here it is, just gamepadviewer.com in a browser source. I added my own styling to tweak some things. I've never had the game or the overlay interfere with each other, which is really good. I think it just uses some basic... I don't know whether it's a gamepad API or whether it's more specific to Xbox controllers, but the website itself does support styling it like a PlayStation controller and stuff like that. And like the NES controller. Yeah, I think so. Gamepad API. I just realized I have this set to custom frame rate. That's fine. That's probably too loud, huh? Yeah. It's like one of the few browser APIs that interact with hardware that just work in OBS. I wish the MIDI API worked. Like, I don't have any MIDI devices, but it would be nice. So I do have the store open here, which says 12 AM. And what's interesting is the Xbox app says available on 4th November. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. But we've got 20 minutes before I just have to attempt to launch it. Which when I click it now, it'll just say, too soon. We're not ready. See, you're too early. We know that you really want to get started. It's correct. I really want to get started. Yeah, I'm glad I took the week off because it means I can actually play this on release day and not feel bad about having to work on a Friday after. And I completely slept through the, what is it, Microsoft Ignite Day 1 stuff and the GitHub Satellite stuff last week. None of it's exciting. Windows 11 is out and it doesn't have anything interesting and there's nothing interesting for them to announce. It's not even worth, like, staying up for an hour in the middle of the night to see what's up, because it's all boring. Or it's like the Teams thing, you know, Mesh, I think, where you have 3D avatars. But that won't come out until, like, late next year. So why do I care? But that does look fun, and I am excited to try it out. I think there is a low chance. I'm not sure about the use cases for Web USB. I can't think of any reason I would need it. And like the gamepad API is probably the most I will get out of hardware APIs. But I'm sure there will be someone. There always is. I'd be curious if it'll work out of the box. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the kind of thing where people are like, I just want to be able to do it. And really, it's less about supporting it in Chrome and more about supporting it in Chrome OS, really. Because that's where they want you to actually interface with hardware. But even then, is there a Gamepad API that works on Chrome OS? Or is it limited to Windows, Mac, and Linux? Because Chrome OS doesn't count as Linux, so it doesn't support those aspects. Oh, I don't like this song as much. It's too repetitive. No, I don't like that one at all. The only downside of streaming this game is having to enable streamer mode. Ah, interesting. That makes sense. Good work. But if I remember correctly, Linux API for controllers is very subpar. Well, at least for Xbox controllers. Or maybe that's just the wireless Xbox controllers that suck. Maybe specifically on Raspberry Pi. That's where I tried to get it to work. And I remember it being a mess to do like two years ago. And I tried it a few months ago and it was easier. I had less trouble getting it to work, which is fine by me. Yeah, I have a box of wired controllers, like USB ones that aren't Xbox controllers, because I was planning on using them with my Raspberry Pi as an emulator box. But there haven't been many situations to do so because I own a Switch. So I'm better off just playing a Switch game or an Xbox game or a PC game. Even then, I barely use my Switch. Like, I own 6 or 7 games on it that I've paid for. But especially with the pandemic over the past 2 years, and because multiplayer costs money, because of course it does, I haven't had many situations to actually play my Switch. The most I've played it is probably for Pokemon. Actually, let's check. Let's find out. We've got 15 minutes. Let's check my profile. Play activity. Do you want to see your play activity? All users. Profile. I've played Pokemon Unite for 35 hours, Paladins for 15, and then YouTube 10 hours, Asphalt 9 5 hours, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 30 hours or more. Can't say I remember that. 4 hours of Heave Ho, 5 hours of Luigi Mansion 3. Yeah, so Pokemon Unite is probably at the top of the list. Yes, they're Bluetooth devices and you can pair them pretty easily. I had to disable Bluetooth on my computer because my Wi-Fi adapter was causing my computer to stutter. And yeah, they're Bluetooth devices, and I believe the Wii controller is also a Bluetooth device, but if you want to get it working in an emulator to actually get like the motion controls, then there are certain additional apps you have to install. But in terms of basic controls, yeah. Bluetooth and go nuts. And you can remap stuff in like Steam anyway, so for the most part, you don't really need to worry about it. Depends on what you want to play with it, really. Yes, Titan is correct. I think by default they're treated as 2 separate controllers. Yeah, you'd think that with Bluetooth Low Energy and Bluetooth what are we up to? 4 or 5? At least with Bluetooth Low Energy, but latest version of Bluetooth on top of that. You'd think we'd be at a point where stuff is more reliable. You have companies like Apple and Samsung have tried to improve Bluetooth pairing, like the process of pairing initially. And I know with my headphones, when I try to switch between devices, it is a nightmare. Sometimes they just won't connect until I restart the phone, which could just be my phone is 2 years old and don't trust it. But it's not as smooth an experience as I wish it was, because it should be, ideally, as simple as virtually plugging in a cable. I should be able to just say, connect you to you, and off to the races. Because everything should be standardized. Audio APIs, gamepad APIs, so on and so forth. I think the Bluetooth device that I've had the least trouble with is my Bluetooth mouse, which I have not used in a while. Yeah, my only issue with the Xbox Bluetooth, so this is one of the newer controllers, you can tell by the headphone jack on the bottom. This isn't the new one with the share button in the middle, so this is an Xbox. This is a standard Xbox One controller, not a Series controller. My biggest issue is when pairing. Also, hi Titan, hi Sam. Hope you're doing well. My biggest issue is initial pairing is unpredictable, and that doesn't. It's not exclusive to Bluetooth. The Xbox pairing process is very unpredictable. I have a few different. This is the current / newest Xbox wireless adapter. There's a big button on the bottom for pairing, and I'm not sure if you can see it, you probably can't, but there's a small pinprick sized hole, not even a hole, just an LED that appears about here. And it's designed to light up when it's in the process of pairing or while it's paired. And my biggest issue is you hold the button on both ends, they both blink, and they never pair. The one I've had the biggest trouble with is the big one that I have attached to the top of my monitor, the old version of this, where it'll not be recognized by Windows, and I have to disconnect it and reconnect it. And additionally, I have one of these. It's a Magic NS, and is that upside down? It's upside down. Looks like this. Has a USB port on the inside and on the outside. The idea with this is you can pair a controller with this device, such as an Xbox controller, and play it on the Switch. However, the pairing process on this is just as bad as the Bluetooth pairing process, and it does add a few frames of latency, potentially milliseconds of latency that some people can notice. My brother can, for example. I sort of notice it, but I can handle it. I've put up with, latency and controls before. And so there are situations where you just spend 10 minutes holding these two, hitting the pairing button on the side here and on the top here, trying to get them to pair without much luck. And it's super frustrating and super dumb. Because the light on here does not tell you what's happening. It also doesn't tell you how many devices you're paired to, because apparently with these, you can pair with up to 2 Bluetooth devices, I think. But it's not clear how to switch between them, or how you're supposed to disconnect from one and reconnect to the other. Especially because different operating systems and devices, some let you disconnect, others you just have to turn off Bluetooth entirely on that device. And I have the same issue with my headphones, where it's frustrating. I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm like, hey, I know it works most of the time. Good enough for me. Don't care enough. Yeah. Xbox accessories is nice. I can actually quickly launch it. What's funny about Xbox accessories... Oh, my computer lagged a bit there. Should be back to normal now. This controller appears as the white one in the system. It just says Xbox wireless controller and appears as the white controller. Sorry, I had to make sure the crackle was actually gone. I don't know if you saw the difference in that waveform. The first one had a bunch of gaps in it. And that's how I knew that the audio was still crackling. So that's fun. So yeah, my system does that sometimes. I don't know if anyone saw the tweet when I tweeted it at... what are we? From Wizard CM to Swift... Security. I should have a screenshot of it. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Latest. Yeah, this one. Do I have a... Yeah, this guy. Just random system latency. It's good fun. Whole system stutters. Visuals, audio. Should be back now, though. And apparently it also breaks Audition sometimes. Alright, we've got 4 minutes. I'm just going to click play to see what happens. Too early. We gotta wait 4 more minutes. I should have set up a timer, shouldn't I? Oh well. I think the game will once we're playing, I will be completely energized. The other aspect is I haven't fully worked out the kinks of the microphone feedback, so people I hear will get picked up by the mic. Because this mic, the Wave 1, is supposed to be... Okay, this song is not very good. It's designed to pick up stuff around it, which is not what I want. So one thing I did experiment was pointing the mic down, but then if I'm at a distance, it actually sounds a little more echoey, which I don't like. So I've had to angle it in a way where it's a little better. Right now, I'm running it through NVIDIA Broadcast without enabling the filter, because that doubles audio for some reason. Then in Adobe Audition, I have it running through the built-in noise suppression, and then RN noise, and then my usual compressor and noise gate. So any background noise it does pick up, it cleans up almost perfectly. Yeah, it is. I wrote a whole thread on Twitter of like, I just have the worst luck. And like, I feel like I will be able to get the Wavelink software working to a point where I'm happy with it. Just during beta, it is not ready for what I'm trying to do with it. And I personally still don't understand how the monitoring is supposed to work. Because you can choose a monitoring device here, which I don't have any headphones plugged in. But I don't know what this monitoring ear is supposed to do if I've selected the monitoring device. Like, is that just supposed to be the default so that monitoring is the monitoring device? But if you monitor stream output, that goes to the monitoring device? I don't know. And in the particular beta that I originally tested with, apparently there was a bug where it would double the audio. So that was a bug that they fixed in the next beta. But the other audio doubling I was getting was on the NVIDIA Broadcast side, which I was able to verify because I put the Wave 1 into NVIDIA Broadcast, then straight into Audacity, and it was doubled there, and I disabled noise suppression in NVIDIA Broadcast, and it fixed it. So, who knows? Now, the only thing I don't... Oh, we have something. It says signing in. I'm going to hide my screen for a sec while I log into Xbox. Just waiting. There was actually a game recently that I attempted to play. Was it Octopath Traveler? Where I'd load it up and it would just show a black screen. And it wouldn't actually get past the black screen because it was attempting to open this Xbox login dialogue. And instead of opening the dialogue, nothing was happening. And the game wouldn't progress to the next screen until you accepted the permissions, which I just did here. Now, here's the thing I'm not sure about. In Forza Horizon 4, if you attempt to game capture using OBS, the game will immediately crash and kick you out. Whether they have removed that fake anti-cheat, because that's what it is, I don't know. So, we're going to try game capture. I'm quickly go into studio mode here, game crop. Instead of this, Horizon 5. We will see if the game crashes. Maybe not. Still crashing. Oh, it didn't like me doing this. Okay, my mic should be back to normal. It was just while launching the game, I think. Excellent. We have game capture. Yeah. Actively hostile, I agree. Now, I do understand the line of thinking. I don't like the implementation. Okay. Full default subtitles on. How can I... There's no visual indicator of that. Fine. Keyword highlighting. No, no. Offline game speed. By reducing game speed, the game will play in slow motion, giving you more time to react to on-screen events. This setting is only in effect when... Apologies, I had to sneeze. So, you can play the game in slow motion. Neat. And sneeze again. This is why I have a tissue box here. My nose is really killing the mood here, isn't it? Yeah, alt-tabbing out of the game mutes the game. And because I don't have a mute hotkey for OBS. I'm lazy. Alright. Screen reader, don't care. Moving backgrounds, neat. Notification, duration. Okay, why is streamer mode not in this list? Like, why is this just the accessibility settings? The auto detect system has chosen the following preset. Extreme. I approve. Ha, here we go. Difficulty. Let's go above average to start. Braking. Yeah, steering. Standard. Yes, it was. Which is good. Stability control, yes. Shifting, auto, driving lane, braking only. Damage, none. Rewind on. Button gameplay, chase near. Head requests, yes. All of this. Forza Link. I'll leave it on for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if I turn it off later. Units. Metric. Yeah. Especially about being able to turn on subtitles before any story elements hit. Yes. Power units. Ghosts on, yes. Skills on, yes. Turn on all the things. Convoy privacy, my friends can join. Cockpit drift camera, yes. I love the cockpit drift camera. Horizon promo icon. Above cars. Okay, cool. We can actually... you know what I'm gonna have to do? Video is a later tab. Hide inactive mouse cursor on HUD. Lens effects. Cool, data out. Choose if you would like race telemetry. Oh, they still have that. Sweet. So there are certain keyboards and third-party apps that you can set up to receive additional data about the game and the car. Apparently they still support that. It's primarily a motorsport thing. Advanced controls. Vibration on. Mouse free look, yes. Oh, neat. Audio. We're going to not go deaf from car sounds. I don't think so, but it would be neat if someone did. I'm gonna lower the game to about 65% for now. Low volume, LFE, low frequency audio effects. GPS voice, no. Radio DJ, absolutely. Horns on, microphone off for now. Streamer mode, here we go. It's very nice. Alright, here we go. So, in terms of a HDR display, I have been keeping an eye out for the monitor that I want for a month. It was originally supposed to go in stock in Australia just about a month ago. It is not available yet. I am checking 6 different stores every single day. So I might have to go back to this HUD and make sure that it's still... I don't know if you guys... Yeah, you can just barely see it on the edges here. The background is 16 by 9 and then blurs out for the ultra-wide resolution, which it didn't show before. There we go. So this guy here... bring this back in because we want you guys to see the HUD. I wish every game supported changing the HUD position. Now, the only weird thing with Forza Horizon 4 was that the HUD did not... motion blur off, thank you. Show FPS on. Desync on. What was I saying? The adjustment of the HUD position was not available on console, but it respected the settings you made on PC, which was very funny. Alright, everything here looks fine. I'm not going to bump anything. If this is the preset it's chosen, I will keep an eye on FPS, and we will go from there. System language. What languages are in here? Ooh, that'll be fun to play at some stage. Cool. All right. That's everything. Here we go. I did turn on streamer mode, right? That is a thing I did. Good. Because as much as I love the music in this game, there are two things that annoy me about the music in this game. One, it gets muted on YouTube. And two, the radio playlists are only an hour and 20 minutes. And then, you know, it's the same like hour and 20 minutes worth of songs. And that's been the case for 3, 4, and 5 because they posted the playlists on Spotify so that you could listen to the radio stations in advance. I did not. I want to be pleasantly surprised when I do play. But I've played over 270 hours of this game. Well, of Forza Horizon 4. So I heard the songs on my preferred radio station many times. More than once. And I completely get it. It just sucks. And I have the belief and the understanding is that's the reason that the Forza Horizon games get delisted after 2.5 years. Or 4 years? 4 years. Because Horizon 3 disappeared this year, right? Because licensing is expensive and they only license it for a certain period of time. And so basically, the music you're hearing is from Hospital Records because it's streamer friendly. Controls have not changed. That is a good sign. And car licensing is also pretty complicated. So that is the other reason why Forza games tend to... Oh, here we go. Frame rate 30. So this video is clearly 30 FPS. Or apparently. Three is worth playing, even single player. 4 I had a lot more fun with.
Home.
So, black bars, top and bottom.
Place on Earth, where everyone is welcome.
Corners are also black bars. So,
Together, we can explore the wonder and beauty of Mexico. Experience true freedom. Feel alive.
There's apparently no one tests on 21 by 9. This video doesn't feel 30 FPS, even though it's telling me it's 30 FPS.
Friends and family. You may ask, are we ready for what happens next? My friend, one thing I have learned chasing the horizon. Sometimes, you just have to let go and enjoy the ride.
Here we go. Let me drive. We're gonna pop out of the sky. I think you guys can see that too. We'll see how my GPU usage is. It's sitting at 90%. Oh no, 60. We're at 86%. Computer just clicked, which is slightly concerning. Sitting at 99% GPU usage. What? Frame rate hit 60 there. Alright, we'll see what happens. Oh, 70 FPS. May have to tweak some stuff. 70. Break? What do you mean break? You may have to... You know what? I'm going to disable the preview in OBS. Let's see if that helps. Is it? Oh, you are right. Do like that I can change that. I'm averaging 82%, 82 FPS with my GPU completely being knackered. I haven't dropped frames though, which is a good sign. So we need... Theoretically? How are we looking? It's still a bit low, huh? Because I spent so much time in the video section. Yeah, alright. I can't see the stream anymore, so you'll have to direct me. We're averaging 80 FPS. Did enable both look ahead and the other one, psycho-visual tuning, to try and help the encoder a little. Yeah, that car didn't. This car does not like going uphill. That's what I'm feeling. Well, we're down to 60 FPS. I have to bump some settings down. And it immediately drops to 30 FPS for this bit. Don't care, still excited. Well, we're gonna drop car number 2.
You go enjoy yourself. I have to go make another delivery.
Yeah?
Cool. Drop zone approaching. Lovely day for a drive.
Let's quickly do that. That should theoretically be perfect. I'm so used to playing the crew and having A, B, excellent. 80 FPS. 83. I'll have to bump 1 or 2 settings down, I think, but overall I'm happy. I'm so glad the map is on the left, as it should be. Crew is weird. Look at the map on the right. Theoretically, I could take a shortcut through the trees, but let's follow the racing line for now.
There's no other way around.
That slowed me down a little more than I would have liked. Which side? I think Need for Speed puts the map on the left as well. I think the crew is unique in that aspect.
For the eye of the storm.
That did not touch the frame rate as much as I expected. I was averaging about 75 through that. Try me.
Okay, on my mark. 5, 4. 4 now, that's fine. This could get a little rough.
Thunder in the jungle. Ooh.
Touchdown!
Of course it's a Porsche. Who drives a Porsche through the jungle? Come on. Averaging 70 here. I am liking the atmosphere a lot more. Forza Horizon 4, the only thing it was missing, my target is 90. Now, to be fair, I am streaming and I have additional stuff running, so I'm sure those aren't helping. currently averaging 65 to 70. I'll run it through some benchmarks later. Forza Horizon 4 was missing visual atmosphere. So, you know, early morning fog, for example, or the stuff that's going on here, you know, or even in the snow, there wasn't any atmospheric, you know, stuff happening. It was just the ground is white and your car is covered in white.
I'll swing back round and guide you through the bridge.
I'm a little bit focused on just admiring it, but I'm loving it so far. I love the slow motion. 4 did it too. I think 3 did it as well. Excellent. I did debate potentially attempting to stream in AV1, but I thought I'm not going to try and kill the Twitch encoder. So I'm currently streaming at 7,500. I originally had it set to... No. Did I? 6,800 is what I have it set to. I originally had it set to 7,000 kilobits per second, but it was hitting 7,200. Uh-oh. That's... the game just kicked me out. That's rude. Do you think that was the anti-cheat? Do we blame game capture? It just closed. It is not in the crash log. Reliability monitor does not mention the game. Also, I think my mic's gone super delayed. Maybe. No, I don't think it does. I don't think Twitch accepts AV1, which is why I didn't attempt it. But Jim did get AV1 working for recording, so I was going to potentially hack through it and see what happened, but I didn't want to risk it for this game. Okay. Where's it going to throw me back in? I would even just scrap Game Studios and just call it Xbox Studios, because Xbox already has the game connotation, right? If it loads me in partially through... Alright. If it kicks me out at the exact same spot, I'll switch to Windows Graphics Capture. I have a feeling it's them closing the game the moment we reach the multiplayer section. And they're like, no, you can't game capture.
Home. The most
I also can't skip this intro.
place on Earth.
Even though I've already seen it.
Everyone is welcome. Together, we can explore the wonder and beauty of Mexico. Experience true freedom.
I'm also hoping it actually persisted all of my settings. Which I think it did, because it did say continue.
Let's go together as
I assume
friends
it did save that, at least.
and family. You may ask, are we ready for what happens next? My friend, one thing I have learned chasing the horizon. Sometimes, you just have to let go and enjoy the ride.
I can still see my mouse. That's not supposed to be there. Which one was it, X or A? It seems to have retained my settings. Excellent. Alright, let's do this. Drive again. but it did not remember my new HUD settings. What do I have it set to? 12? Let's try it.
¡Bienvenidos a México!
Oh yeah, that's way too... I could actually safely move those sides in even more.
See you on the other side! Follow that!
I'm gonna hide preview again, just to make sure I'm not killing the frame rate.
Trust me!
That sky looks amazing. I guess this time I get to admire more rather than just looking at the road, because now I've driven this road once. Beach? Yes, 100%. Forza Horizon 1 was set in Colorado, the US, but every game since. Somewhere new and interesting. That being said, there is Test Drive Unlimited will have a sequel next year, I think. I don't know where that one's going to be set in, probably the US. And I wouldn't be surprised if another Need for Speed is being worked on, but I think all of those have been US based, haven't they?
Drop zone approaching! Lovely day for a drive!
And obviously the crew is US based. Alright. Let's try this again.
Outtrack the storm! Tú sigue adelante! Keep going!
Let's see if I can do this without braking. Okay, not North America then. Oh, jeez. Okay. Never mind. You need to brake on that turn. Who knew? Ooh, that reflection off the red car. Pretty good. I actually think the water droplets are stretched in 21/9.
Okay! There's no other way around! You've got to go through it!
I am also noticing that while driving the road for this intro, it's not changing color to tell me that I've discovered it. It's an interesting choice.
Woo! For the eye of the storm!
Races in this storm are going to be nuts. My right nostril is unhappy from the sneezing of earlier. It crashed again. Okay. We're going to change things up then. Studio mode, game. Let's point this to, say, Spotify, which means it won't actually capture. And then we're going to do window capture fallback. And we're going to relaunch the game again. Now this will feel different. And it's like, it's not even showing up in reliability monitor, so I don't know what's causing it. I have no insight into what's going on. I agree. Let's hope Windows graphics capture works properly. So the HUD was 12 and like 30. Alright. Attempt number 3. My monitor is flickering a lot more. I'm hoping this doesn't kill the frame rate in game too. It shouldn't, but you never know. I may have to lock it to 60 FPS for this. At this stage, I don't even need to watch.
Home. The most beautiful place on earth. Where everyone is welcome.
It's less that it's a resource hit and more that just having it open, at the very least, enables the software cursor. And at least when I was initially testing the implementation, I remember the game visually stuttering in the window capture in OBS, and it feeling a little sluggish when I was actually playing. Now, as far as I can tell, other people have tested it and not run into the same problems. So maybe it was a fluke, maybe I had something misconfigured.
Are we ready for what happens next? My friend, one thing I have learned chasing the horizon.
I don't know. I did not test it extensively.
And enjoy the ride.
I just remember it not being perfect. Driving through Mexico 100 times. I mean, technically, this is basically like the Forza Horizon 4 demo. Oh, I forgot to... Alright, let me know if anything looks funky, because I can't see it. I'm averaging 60 FPS, back up to 90.
Bienvenidos a Mexico!
I would not be surprised if car parachutes actually exist. I can't think of many use cases for it, though.
See you on the other side!
That is my perspective on the matter. The people are crazy, so...
Follow that car! Busty!
Let me double check. Stream mode is on. Sweet. So I remember Forza Horizon 4, at least initially, streamer mode would turn itself off each time you restarted the game. They fixed it eventually, but on initial release, it would... which was a bit of a problem. But I feel this game is a culmination of everything they learned in 3 and 4. Because 3, they learned more about how to get it working well on PC, and 4 was them figuring out how to do multiplayer their way. Because obviously it's not... there's no universal way to do racing multiplayer, especially for open world.
Making new friends, eh? You go enjoy yourself.
I feel like the crew has also gotten their stride when it comes to the multiplayer experience, because it does feel quite seamless. Yes, Forza Horizon 4's online was rough at times.
Lovely day for a drive.
But there were times where it was perfect and fantastic. There were UX limitations, frustrating ones. It did not feel seamless. That's the big one for me. In The Crew 2, it feels seamless going from... I mean, it doesn't even really have single player unless you don't have an internet connection. You're not bugged by, you know, all the bandos driving around you. Alright. We just need to finish this race and then the other race. And I almost screwed that up again. I'm also curious if they stopped using the same server implementation from 4. Because the biggest frustration was Sea of Thieves multiplayer works flawlessly every single time. Forza Horizon 4 multiplayer sometimes would simply not connect to servers. Straight up, there are servers? I didn't notice. Previously, the crash occurred right at this. I apologize if you can see the cursor, by the way. It's supposed to be disappearing.
Okay, on my mark. 5, 4. Now that's fine.
You know what? I might have cursor disabled on
This could get a
my
little
window
rough.
capture fallback. There's a reason why my game crop nested scene is game capture, window capture, display capture.
Touchdown!
Because you
Not
never
even
know.
a scratch. The jungle awaits.
Especially as 4 would literally crash the moment OBS walked into it. Which did not occur with the demo. Oh, anyway, the thought that I did not complete earlier was Forza Horizon 4 had a demo mode. It was basically the intro. And nothing else. So there are people who relaunched that a few times. I showed the game off to a couple friends, so I let them do that intro a couple times. For some reason, for 5, they decided not to have a demo, which I feel is a wrong move, but I also understand not wanting to waste development resources. Yeah, that's my understanding too. And the initial drive is a great way to introduce someone to the game and give them a feel for what to expect.
I'll swing back around and guide you through the bridge.
Okay. It's about as far as we got last time, I think. I don't remember if we actually hit the checkpoint on the end here. I think we did, because then it tried to load multiplayer and jumped out.
¡Qué maravilla! You're not gonna believe your eyes when you see this. Keep going.
Oh. That fog. Or like the sun rays going through the trees. So good. I can't wait to be able to buy the monitor that I want. And playing this in HDR. No, it crashed again. Without game capture. You're joking. I'm now disappointed. Unplug your Ethernet cable. Oh, because everyone pretended to be in New Zealand, so they're all getting stupid crashes. No. Crash install. As soon as I click continue, the game crashes to desktop. Works if you disconnect from the internet. So the servers are kicking people out? Detection of region, but I didn't mess with my region. Some people have suggested disconnecting from the internet. Yep, there it is. Is it the same crash every time? Faulting module path unknown. Yeah, I don't think so either. And to be fair, I did get that middle crash outside of either of those. I'm going to do display capture and attempt it again. Yeah, that there was a meme of that. All right, final attempt. I could try lowering the game settings, but I don't think that's it. So game capture is no longer pointed at the game. Window capture is no longer pointed at the game, and display capture just captures the display. I don't have anything else configured that would display an overlay. I don't have the Discord overlay enabled because it drops my game FPS to 60. If this doesn't work, I will stop streaming, pull out my Ethernet cable and try again, and if that doesn't... I shouldn't have to do that. It crashed on the continue button. The thing that some people said was time zone related. I'm going to try one more thing. I purposefully also have it manually set to, or at least I used to, NIST. Because that one is always the most reliable. And you know what we can also do? Verify. 0.2 seconds. Let's see. Are we back? Do we still have crackle? Yeah, we do. Alright, Mike should be back. And I don't like the new loading icon they're using. It sometimes stops. Attempt number 4, I guess. I'm so excited to play, but it won't let me. The game has been out for 45 minutes, and I haven't gotten past the intro. To be fair, I spent the first 10 minutes
Home.
messing around with settings.
Most beautiful place on earth. Where
But since
everyone is
then-
welcome. Live. Let's go together as friends.
I mean, I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes.
You may ask, are we ready for what happens next? My friend, one thing I have learned chasing the horizon. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just have to let go.
it's less
and
about being
enjoy the
honest
ride.
and more about wanting to avoid potential crashes because of adjusting the time zone. Which in this case, I'm getting anyway. And that is the downside of locking things behind a time zone. Like, I get not wanting to release the game at the same time globally because you're going to have people that are like, why is this released at 4 in the morning like that? But at the same time, you have to be sure it's that the code for what you're attempting to do is perfect. I need to disable preview again, and it remembered this time. Interesting. It's also not letting me change the radio station, unless they change the button for it. I will say, the hospital records... Hey, it's possible. The hospital records tracks that they've chosen for this intro do work, and they're good. I mean, to be fair, it's very hard to go wrong with hospital records, but the music in Forza Horizon 4 for streamer mode was very... what's the word I'm looking for? My brain is working much slower because it's almost 1 in the morning. It was very drum and bass and less dancey, whereas the game tries to do... Yeah, so they have license for it. And they obviously... My understanding is they commissioned, or like, have a partnership with Hospital Records to kind of... I think it's Hospital Records? I hope I'm not saying the wrong name. To get exclusive tracks. Nope, it froze again. Do I go the hacky route just for the intro? I think I go the hacky route. Let's go the hacky route. Just to get through the intro. Because I'm not going to do this offline. I don't want to do this offline. You're joking. It's less that I'm annoyed and more that I'm confused. I'm just going to leave Audacity open at this stage. Yeah. I'm going to try it from my Xbox. Because I'm like 50% sure I preloaded it on there as well. Like 50% sure. I should not have to do this though. I'm going to grab water while it loads. This is on, it should be on xCloud. I like how it says cloud gaming when it's actually just the Xbox in the other room. I'm going to grab some water while I wait. Sometimes the Xbox doesn't open. That's fine. All right, let's just play some Spotify while we wait. I'm also going to take my socks off because it's 26 degrees in here. I'm sweating. I did experiment playing from my Xbox to another house, and the latency was higher than I was expecting. Well, to be fair, the Xbox One S we have in the living room, I'm just going to switch to this scene for now. The Xbox One S we have in the living room sometimes just doesn't turn on, firstly, and secondly, the Ethernet port, the port itself works. Oh, yeah. Please tell me I downloaded it. And please tell me it downloaded the 10 gig update. Ah. So the initial preload was in there. The 10 megabyte placeholder. The actual game is not. Alright, please tell me this is on cloud gaming. Especially the premium edition in advance. There's like a 20% chance it is.
What are you afraid of?
I don't think it is.
I'm lost in old ways.
I'm not afraid.
Well, there goes nothing.
I guess I have to disconnect my internet. And hope for the best. Finish the intro and then play tomorrow. Or I just give up and try again tomorrow. I'll try once more from in here. I don't know what I could be doing differently. Let's just disable some things. Let's disable Parsec. Let's disable Zoom It. Let's disable Power Toys. Let's disable IQ. Let's disable Intel driver update. Let's disable borderless gaming, even though that shouldn't be affecting anything. I'm gonna leave Stream Deck open. Close Steam and TeamViewer. And BattleNet. And ShareX. And OneDrive. What do I have left? X mouse button control. AI suite. Video broadcast. And wavelength. Could be. It wouldn't surprise me if it's server related. It could just be their weird time zone detection.
Home.
0.2 seconds is nothing.
The most beautiful place on Earth.
There's a Stargate SG-1 episode where one of the characters gets stuck in a simulator, and to help him escape, they put someone else in with a ability to see 2 seconds into the future in the simulation. And even 2 seconds is not a lot of time. It's enough to say, look out, and that's about it. So 0.2 seconds gives you nothing at all.
And family.
Interestingly, if I alt-tab out during this video,
Ready for what
it
happens
doesn't stop
next?
the audio. Intro.
My friend, one thing I have learned chasing the horizon. Sometimes you just have to let go and enjoy
Alright,
the
we
ride.
are almost at the 1 hour mark. Alright. Don't pause, don't alt-tab. Just drive. I agree. But like, every time it has crashed, it's been during a video or right in a transition. It's never been mid-race, never mid-pause. Or like, I guess mid-loading screen would be the way to put it. Like explicit loading screen. I do find this choice of car interesting for being a cover car. Like, I get it, because obviously very mountainous, it makes sense. It's not a particularly, like, special looking car. And it's not unique, particularly. Oh, that looks good. Lake. I realize that's a lake now.
There might be a little bit of traffic ahead. Watch out for that.
I don't have a lot more to say, just looking at, you know, the same drive 6 times. It is very jarring going from 21:9 to 21:9 pillar-boxed and...
You go enjoy yourself. I have to go make another delivery.
Purely because the frame rate changes as well. Letterboxed, that's what I was looking for,
Drop
thank you.
zone approaching. Lovely day for a drive.
So, black bars up here, and I think the top and bottom ones at least appear at a different time. So, I'm not sure if you saw, but the letterboxing slides out. The pillarboxing does not. It just pops out once the letterboxing is done moving out of the way. And when it goes from drive to transition video, frame rate drops to 30. Blackboard is immediately here. So I guess on a 16:9 display, it might look relatively fine. Way in.
Okay, there's no other way around. You've got to go through it.
I'm gonna have to turn this down now. Waking up. Setting it around the wheels.
Woo! For the eye of the storm.
I'm going as fast as the car on that map first. I guess that's it. Alright. I am going to go offline, end the stream here. I have a button for this one. I'm going to disconnect my network. Try it once more. And if it crashes mid-thing, I'm going to go to bed. I might trigger the download on my Xbox so that if I can't complete the intro on my PC in the morning, by the morning, then I will complete it on the Xbox. I think that is my only option. So thank you for hanging out. I am very disappointed, very bummed, but excited to try again tomorrow. And I might stream tomorrow if it all works. Otherwise, I will be playing this game all day tomorrow regardless. So catch you later. Yeah, hopefully. See ya.